Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another installment in our Rocket Report readings. Today, we will be picking up where we left off, and we are now at the point where we're kind of breaking these reports off into whatever section of the game they correspond to. And that means that we will be reporting on the Avengers Tower sequence of the game. I'm really excited to see what Rocket has to say about some of these encounters, to be specific. Options is not what I wanted, so if we go down to Gallery and over to the report section, you'll see we need to make our way down past the ones that we've done so far, still a little further, and we're going to read through starting here at Vision all the way down to the ISO 8. So be sure to let me know in the comments which of these facts you like the most based off of the ones that we have done. And let's jump right into it.
Humans love to focus on other people's differences to make themselves feel more important. But when you visit as many galaxies as I have, you figure out that life is life, whether it has blue fur or 30 eyes. Maybe that's why the Vision gives me hope. He may look human, but he's actually an artificial life form that evolved the ability to feel. His enhanced strength and his solar laser ain't so bad neither. While most humans would have dismissed him as fancy appliance, the Avengers made him part of the family. Maybe your lousy planet still has a chance after all. Tony Stark likes to build a lot of junk. Most of it he wears when he suits up as Iron Man. But some of it he builds just so he can blow it up again. These iron drones were created for the Avengers to use as target practice, which, as you can probably imagine, is a life they probably didn't enjoy much. So when Ultron gave them a better option, they turned the tables and tried to blow us up instead. Turns out, Tony Stark's army of iron drones switching sides on us was only the beginning of the robotic revolution. The mechanical menace known as Ultron built his own fleet of synthetic soldiers, each designed to look just like him. I had no idea an artificial ego could be so big. These junk piles might not be nearly as durable as the real deal, but with a wide array of weapons built into their bodies, they sure are just as irritating. The Wasp may be the smallest hero I've ever met, but when it comes to attitude and style, Janet Van Dyne's as big as they come. No question why this little lady was a founding member of the Avengers. Using Pym particles, named after the Wasp's old partner and original flame, Hank Pym, she can shrink and enlarge her body and other stuff, too. When she shrinks, she sprouts wings that let her zip around the skies at microscopic size, and even generates a bioelectric sting, which comes in handy when your skyscraper headquarters is invaded by a robotic army. Wherever there's an army of android drones attacking a group of Earth's favorite protectors, you can bet that Ultron ain't far behind. He may be the most evil assemblage of circuits and wires in the known universe, but when he first started out, Ultron was one of the good guys. Or at least that's what his creator, Hank Pym, intended. But when Ultron's artificial intelligence went a bit screwy, and he deemed himself superior to humanity, well, the Avengers ended up with a foe that rebuilds himself every time they send him to the scrap heap. Hey, at least he recycles. Just when you thought you've finally disabled Earth's angriest android, and you'll have a moment to breathe, Ultron goes and uses an Infinity Stone to transfer his programming to another mechanical body. One as tall as Avenger Tower itself. I'm told Ultimo was quite the foe himself, some sort of centuries-old doomsday machine the Avengers deactivated a while back. Stark stored Ultimo's body in one of his warehouses for not-so-safe keeping, unwittingly giving Ultron the perfect vessel to prolong his robotic rampage. Took everything we had to stop Ultimo in all his city-stomping, laser-blasting glory. Sorry about the mess. When you first learn that one of the Avengers has held his own against the greatest threats in the universe with only a bow and arrow, you can't help but be impressed. Then you actually meet Hawkeye, and you can't help but be annoyed. Look, it's clear the guy's got skills, and I know what it's like to be the underdog on a team. But Barton would be a lot more tolerable if he didn't always remind you how great he is at what he does. If only one of those little trick arrows were loaded with a little humility. I may not know much about spiders, but I've seen plenty of ants before. And, last I checked, they were pretty tiny. So then how come the hero who calls himself Ant-Man can also enlarge himself to be taller than most buildings in New York? Not that I'm complaining, mind you. The big guy helped us to keep Ultimo busy while we found a way to shut him down for good. But it seems like a pretty severe branding issue to me. Whatever. Whether he uses his pin particles to shrink or grow, Scott Lang is okay by me. Hanging out with Tony Stark has its downsides, but having a billionaire philanthropist on your team definitely has plenty of perks. Not only do the Avengers get all of the newest, shiniest toys to take into battle, they also get a state-of-the-art headquarters perched on top of a piece of prime Manhattan real estate. Not too shabby. Of course, with all the villains constantly attacking their planet, they probably don't get much of a chance to enjoy the view. And when they finally do, it never lasts long before someone tries to blow the place up or knock it down. The Mind Stone automatically increases the intelligence of whoever holds it and gives them telepathy, which means they can read other people's minds and take control of their actions. I figured this stone would only work for someone who had, an actual mind, but apparently it don't discriminate. It upgraded Ultron's high-end processors, granting him control of any machine, including Ultimo. Now that his code is locked inside the stone, Ultron don't look nearly as smart.
Those were some pretty fun little readings, if I do say so. I really like taking a peek into Rocket's mind and getting a general idea of how he views a world that is actually strange to him. He's not from Earth, so he doesn't understand a lot of the things that go on here. At least, not initially. He's come to understand certain aspects over time. But that's really everything that I wanted to get into for today. So again, if you enjoyed today's video or any videos in this series, make sure that you let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on today's video, and as always, make sure that you subscribe for more daily variety content. Thanks so much for your time, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day.